Hello everyone, it's Infinity Gamer here, and in this video I'm going to be doing a bit of an unboxing on REM Racers. So as many of you are probably aware, REM Racers is a new game from Corvus Belli, the makers of Infinity, the game that we all know and love. And this one is part of an expansion on the universe from the core Infinity and Code 1 kind of universe all the way out to Infinity Tag Raid Deathmatch, to Defiance, Aristea. This now is a bolt-on, or it's set in the world that we know, but it's set in a very different environment, giving us a bit more of a new flavour on it. Corvus Belli have sent this out, and they've also sent some cheat sheet information for people like me that have been more lax than they should be in following REM Racers. Now, my excuse is that life has basically caught up with me. On a very, very unrelated note, had the birth of a first child, which definitely, hopefully, should take the focus away from the beautiful world that is Infinity and onto the beautiful world that is parenthood. But this is exciting because while my daughter is only 8 months old at the moment, I am hoping that one day she might be interested in playing these sorts of games with me. And so REM Racers gives me a potential in with loads of nice bright colours and an easy gameplay mechanic, hopefully, that she can understand. So I'm going to do an unboxing of this. I haven't opened it at the stage of the unboxing that you've seen. Obviously here you can see some of it spread out for display purposes, but I've got no idea what's in there because I haven't followed REM Racers as closely as I should have, which is why this cheat sheet was such a help to me. So one of the things I did know about REM Racers was that it is very much targeted at a younger audience. It's more of a family game as well, but still uses the factions and some of the things that we are aware of, but obviously doesn't have the combat and the things that the main game has instead. I mean, you are still trying to win. So what it says here is that drivers will try to cross the finish line and stay in the lead while surviving attacks of their rivals. Using movement templates and equipment cards, they will try to push the other vehicles off the track and avoid being destroyed themselves. Each player will take the role of a racer and operate their controller with the control pad. Each controller has its own stats and special abilities. In addition, all racers have access to the equipment cards with weapons to create chaos on the track. Speed and adrenaline are the protagonists of the race, strategies that will push the limits, and only the driver with the sharpest mind will come out on top. Fun little fact around this, which I didn't know until this, is that the idea of REM Racers was actually born many years ago by the hand of an Infinity player, Fernando Largo, who is credited on the box under the name just there, who, reading about these vehicles in the background of the war game, imagined a whole system of rules for them. And then the Corvus Belli team worked with him to create the prototype we have today with the characters and the visual style that comes with it. This game goes into the market on the 1st of February, and hopefully this video comes out before then, but if not, so be it. And what it's saying here is that you should go to your local game shop to ask for it. So while I probably, I mean, I don't know whether that's the case because it's not said here, but I imagine that Corvus Belli might sell it directly through their web store. But sensibly, what they're trying to do is get players like yourselves to go to your local game store and ask for it to do consumer-led demand. For those of you that have any interest, my main job outside of loving Infinity is in marketing, and I do remember when Red Bull was first launching, either a rumour or an actual case study, that they would place empty Red Bull cans in places like student union bars, clubs, and places like that to make it look as though there was more demand for their product than actually had existed at that stage. And then that led people to kind of go, what's that? I want to try it. I'm seeing it everywhere. And that actually was like consumer-led push to actually break through the typical retail channels. And I think that's what Corvus Belli are basically trying to do here, is basically get you guys to go to your FLGS and go, hey, I really fancy buying that REM Racers game that's out. And they go, oh, what's REM Racers? And they go online and then they get it in stock. But we will wait to see how that pans out for them. In terms of the game itself, let's get into the unboxing. Whoa, fancy. So what can we expect? I'm not entirely sure. I've actually, while I open this beautiful box, so I've got Fernando Largo there, so it gets full credit. Artwork is beautiful, as you can see. The age bands on this game, it basically says you can play 2 players to 5 players, I think it says. I had it because I got asked that question. Oh, it's on the other book. 2 to 5 players, I believe, and from 14 plus. Whereas I feel like, you know, a 14-year-old could play, you know, Code 1 and stuff like that. So what do we have here? This is the rule book. Looky. Oh, wow. Kind of as you'd expect with Corvus Belli, the artwork is excellent.
And then, yeah, we've got some story there. Explainer of all the tokens and the pieces that I'm probably about to open and click on. Bit of an explainer as to what everyone should do, the setting up, the equipment cards and the process that you go through. Here, explainer on the REM, front and rear assembly. Racetrack, equipment cards, so more details as to what it is, inner zones, outer zones. It's quite cool. I'm actually going to be doing a playtest. Why this isn't a review of the gameplay is because this literally arrived this morning, and so no chance at all to have actually done any gaming with it, but wanted to at least get an unboxing out there for those of you that are looking to get it on February 1st. You can have a bit of a sense as to what you're in for. So there we go. That's quite a lot of the rules. I don't want to, obviously go giving everything away for those of you that are buying it, and then we get into some cellophane goodness. Right, how much does this? That cellophane is like, it's like everything. Whoa. Okay. So tracks, bits, looks like tokens, inside, inner and outer tracks, normal tracks. Brilliant. I'm imagining that's going to be all track-like stuff. Oh, then we've got the REMs, pilots, I'm guessing. Oh, great one to have on top. Excellent one to have on top. Some dice, love some D20s. Not entirely sure what these are. Probably should have read the instructions. Probably connectors. But the REMs, let's have a look at one of the remotes, shall we? All right, pre-based. Nice little Corvus Belli logo like that. A lot smaller, so definitely like no opportunity for these to be proxies, I don't think. No, I mean obviously the base is a different shape entirely, but let me professionally dive away from everything that's going on. So I think this copper box, that's S3, which is obviously like standard remote size. I'll plonk them down there. Yep, obviously like very different size from an S3 perspective. I don't have I think that's an S3. I don't think I've got a smaller remote, even a side box. Let me just give some context there. I mean, that's actually probably closer in size, but still obviously off. Yeah, so no parallel whatsoever with what's going on in the main Infinity game, which is fine. Detail on them, yeah. I think if you're buying this to kind of like really paint them up, well, I mean, I don't even know that you wouldn't paint these because the colours are obviously part of it. That's obviously the Nomads one. It's looking like it might be Aleph. Pano, might be my guess, or Nomads. I think that would be Nomads. That might be Nomads, that might be Pano. I probably should have paid more attention to everything, eh? Everything now, my mind is, that's got to be Pano, because that looks like the existing remote. So that's Pano. That, my guess, is Aleph. This could be Ariadne, but they wouldn't have the technology for anything with more than 2 wheels, so who knows? Nomads, gotta be. I know this is a fun game for everyone, isn't it? You're probably screaming at this going, oh, well, you know, that's Ariadne, we've been watching videos. Okay, well, I don't know. Well, I know some of them, and then process them in for the rest. And obviously, as soon as you read anything, you actually figure out what's going on. So let's pop that away. So I think we've got there. Let's have a look in here. Let's have a look at what do we got here. Forced March. Okay, so these maybe aren't pilot cards. These are during a remote speed step, you can select any venue. Nice. I'm like forcing things off the road. Oh, that's cool. Sweet. So nice balance of like doing damage to your enemy, just moving them off the road, or like disrupting them, to healing yourself, to basically giving yourself bonuses. So a nice little bit mix here of like boosts to yourself and hindrances to your opponent. Nice cool little characters on here. There we go. Oh, and then we get into weapons. So maybe that was pilot, so maybe that's their inbuilt special abilities. Then we've got some weapon cards, multi-rifle, kinetic rifle. That sounds quite cool. I like the idea of that. Fallback. Yes. Who doesn't love that? Adhesive launchers. That's going to be good in a game like this, actually. Everyone loves a flamethrower. Nanopulsar. Sweet. So what we've got weapons, and then we've got special things. Target remote. That's the same. That's the same. That's the same. Oh, come on. Timing immediately after. Okay, cool. So yeah, you've then got things that disrupt the order of play quite nicely too. Nice. Okay, anything else? No, it looks like we had pilots, we then had weapons, we then had abilities and things like that. So one set of D20s in here, remotes. Okay, so that's that box sorted. So then we've just got this mammoth one. Okay, so decent wedge of cards there, around the classic terrain thickness that we've all come to know and love. Nice. Ooh, I like that. I like the vibrancy on that. Yeah, so nice, bright colours to probably engage with, you know, helps with the younger audience, but also helps set it in the future and make it more of a sport or an event. Kind of, you know, how you'd probably expect Aristeia to be like that. Flamethrower template, I'm guessing. Oh, that's one of the controllers. Is that the back of the controller? Yeah, because then we get the front there. So yeah, the Nomad one is the red one. Kind of feel a bit vindicated on at least knowing one of them. Eugene was one of the ones I couldn't identify. But yeah, like loving the colours here. Maybe that's Nanopulsar or something, but yeah, really nice. And then, there we go. I'm assuming that these peggy things now probably go into those sort of circular bits. So there's wheels that turn, and which will be what these sorts of things are. Excellent, excellent. Popping things out before they're ready. Pan 01, yep, called that one correctly. Then you've got your pilots. Excellent piece of artwork there. Again, nice big colours, nice great animation for, again, probably targeting that younger audience, which will be great to get into the game. Called the A-Left one quite nicely, yep. So yeah, nice remotes, nice tokens, nice artwork, nice colours. Be interesting, I'm excited to get this, oh no, I'm popping things out. Excited to get this on the table actually. Actually have a full read of the rules. Watch some videos from Corvus Belli around, you know, like gameplay and stuff like that, and actually have a bit of an experiment. I don't have any 14-year-old people around in my circles, in my gaming circles, to drag into a game like this, but I will drag some people who have the mental age of a 14-year-old and get them to play and see what the general consensus is on REM Racers. I am excited for it in the sense that I like that there's additional games coming out from Corvus Belli that target younger people. Obviously, the younger you can get them, the increased likelihood that they might even play big time Infinity, but if they don't, that's fantastic. At least they're immersing themselves in the Infinity world that Corvus Belli have painstakingly created, and obviously excellent from Fernando Lago as an Infinity player to actually come up with a game that can expand the Infinity universe.
All right, so with a bit of video magicry there, that is the unboxing finished, and I am here to talk about it. So is what's inside there what I expected? I mean, I don't know what I expected because as I said, I haven't really been following REM Racers as much as I should be, but I love the colours. I haven't had a look at the rules, as I mentioned in that unboxing video, at all, just because of a lack of time and wanting to make sure that when I do, it's properly and I can actually play it to see. Because reading the rules is one thing, and we see this all the time with the main Infinity game, and people read a rule that gets released and they go, oh, this can be, you know, this can be applied in this way and it's so broken. But actually when you look at it in the mechanics of the game and situationally, or like how it actually pans out, you realize that it doesn't actually have that big an impact at all, because, you know, the scenarios in place to actually get to that situation are next to non-existent. And so reading the rules just to familiarise myself with gameplay, then got a couple of mates coming over to actually play it with me, have a couple of games, get their thoughts on it, assess my own thoughts on how it's panning out, and then come back to you with a bit more of a review on the gameplay and how it actually works, how suited it might be to family environment, how engaging it might be for those, how complicated the learning curve might be, but then also, once people know the basics of the rules, is there that challenge for them to keep playing and do it differently every single time? So that's the unboxing. That's what you're going to get if you buy it on February 1st when it's available. I'm encouraged to see it come out. I'm very grateful to actually have a copy here to be able to play test it myself. And I'm keen to hear what you think about REM Racers. Are you excited by it? Do you feel like it's just another game outside of the core game that you play? You know, will you be getting it? Will you be playing it? Do you have friends, family that might be interested in getting on board this and using this as a way to get them into the Infinity world? Always keen to hear your thoughts on new releases from Corvus Belli, and definitely on one that is maybe quite different to the standard Corvus Belli fare. I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video.